So you guys should see Google Slides. Do you see me or do you see Google Slides?
I see Google Slides.
Okay, good. So welcome to Trello 101. It'll be clear as mud. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully, will you stop? By the time I get done, you guys will have a pretty good working understanding of Trello. Jaleesa, nod your head, darling, if you went ahead and downloaded Trello.
Yes, I have it on my phone.
Oh, fantastic. So you're actually going to prove a point for me. Trello works on your desktop, your cell phone, your laptop, and tablets. So
yay.
Yeah, the really cool thing about this is you can make changes to it on any platform, and every time you go to access it from any other platform, you will see your changes, okay? It is another one, much like Canva, where it saves as you go. So you don't have to worry about, oh, did the power crash and I forgot to save this. Everything is real time, which is fantastic. I love it. All right, so there's a ton of different ways to explain what Trello is. These are just a few, you can call it a digital filing cabinet with however many drawers and files, cork boards, digital binder. You can use this for team collaboration even, which I'll try to get into a little bit later. But like I said, these are just a ton of ways you can kind of think about Trello, whatever works best for you. For today, we're going to use this filing cabinet with infinite numbers of drawers and files, mostly because that's how I relate to it. Okay, so we're going to think of Trello like a digital filing cabinet. You've got the main Trello, which is the same as your filing cabinet, okay? Now Trello breaks down into workspaces, and those would essentially work as the drawers in your filing cabinet. You guys with me so far? Very cool. Yeah, if you could get the cat down, that'd be great. Thank you. Within your workspaces are what's known as boards, and I'll show you guys all of this in just a minute. Again, your boards are going to be essentially what would be the hanging file folders or your main sections inside the drawers of your cabinet. Does it make sense? All right. In the boards, you're going to have lists. By the way, backing up to boards really quick, this is not the same boards like what everybody's been talking about where you can keep your text forms or whatever and then pull that onto your phone. This is a completely different type of board. And again, you'll see it in a minute. So not to be confused with the app boards. Now on your boards, you'll have lists, okay? And those lists are essentially like those manila file folders that you would put in your hanging file folders, okay? Are we good? Yes, okay. And then your cards, which are inside your lists. I know this sounds confusing. It'll make more sense in just a second. Your cards are essentially your filed stuff. Okay, so if you've got a filing cabinet and inside is a drawer that says household, okay, then you've got within that household drawer, you've got pets, you've got mom, you've got dad, okay. Inside of that is going to be your, what did I say? Oh, okay. Inside of that is going to be your files for each of those things. Like in your pet file, you're going to have your pet's shot records. You're going to have your pet's food types or whatever, mom's medical, mom's what have you. Those are your lists, okay? And cards are going to be like, say for mom's medical, it's going to be your last medical appointment or your receipt, okay? Are we good? Okay. How to use Trello. Let's go to the Trello screen. I'm trying to make this way less boring. Okay, so when you open, if you're able to open your Trello that you downloaded, now is a good time to do that. And I'll wait just a second for you guys to do that. It's not going to look exactly like mine does, but it should look pretty similar. Let me know when you guys have those open.
Okay, I have it open now, Jen.
Awesome, honey. Thank you.
You're
Jazz
welcome.
has hers open. Okay. So, although this stuff will not look similar to you because I already have workspaces open, these up here should look similar, right? So you've got workspaces, recent. Well, you wouldn't have recent if you don't have any boards open. But does everybody have workspaces up here on the top board? Okay. So what you want to do is you're going to create a workspace. Really quickly, I will show you two different ones that I have open, and then I'll show you how to make your own. So right now I have, this is our family vacation planner that we're planning. Okay, so I'm using Trello to keep track of our family vacation. And then I'm also using it to keep track of all of my Scentsy business. So it's that versatile. I'll just open this right here. So inside my family planning vacation board, I have a brain dump, which is like all of my notes. I have stuff from my cruise, stuff that's done, and it's of course empty because we've done nothing. Participants. So every person that's going to be on that, are you looking at all the people, Jess? So every person
no, I was laughing
be,
at we've done nothing comment.
We've done nothing. So I just want to preface, our family vacation, our family reunion is in 2024. That's why a lot of this isn't done. But I just wanted to show you guys. So this is our planning committee right now. And each person gets their own sort of to-do list. And we can actually, if you look right here at the very top, these are the people that are involved. We can collaborate and we can each add and subtract things from all of these boards in real time. And each of us gets a notification when somebody else finished something up or, added a note to something or anything like that, which is, it's very, very cool. But that, like I said, that was just to show you that it's that versatile that you can use it for both things. In my Scentsy office, let's see here. We're going to start with the dashboard, I think. If this will open, that'd be fantastic. Can we open, please? Okay. So we were talking about customer follow-up, and I said I use Trello for my customer follow-up. This is my customer follow-up page. Yours does not have to be this involved. I'm just one of those people that organize things down to minutia. But this was actually, I didn't start using Trello for Scentsy until I saw Jackie Duran's video. I've been using Trello for years, but it never occurred to me to use it for business, and it works beautifully. So we start with orders placed, follow-up, 2-week follow-up, and it goes all the way down to 1 year, paused customers, and I even have, like demo messages that I can use. You guys use boards, the app boards. I don't care for it. It's just a personal preference. All of my stuff is in here. Okay, so I can open it up, and then I've got, my messages here that I can just copy and paste. All right, so let's go back to the basics. How to start a workspace. Now, if you guys want to do this as I'm doing it, so you can follow along and open yours, no worries. We're going to come to the top and we're going to tap on create. Bless you. And then we're going to go down in that drop down to create workspace. And by the way, all of these instructions are on a that Google slide presentation that Jasmine has. And she's going to post when this is over, I believe, to the group. Mm-hmm. And Tori's folks, if you guys pop on, and by the way, if you catch this later, can y'all hashtag replay just so we can see who watched? Yes. But Tori's folks, Tori also has a copy of the Google slides for this. So I believe she'll be posting it for you guys as well.
So I do have a question, and I feel like it's necessary to interrupt. So I'm trying to follow along on the app as well as on the website.
Okay.
So obviously my website looks exactly like yours, but on the app, I'm not seeing build a workspace. I see build a board or a card. So should I always do a workspace from there first?
Yes, I would. I didn't realize you couldn't from the phone. So you're seeing create board and you're seeing.
Can you see that?
That's strange.
Yeah, it's just a board and a card. But if I click on board, I see Trello workspace. Trello?
Yeah.
Is that it then? Is that?
Yeah, you're gonna need a Trello workspace.
Okay,
Does
so
it
I have to
let
create
you
one.
create one?
Not from the app.
Okay, so then let's establish, if you're gonna start a workspace, we need to start it from, you're doing it from a tablet, right? And you're not able to?
No, correct.
Okay, so then let's establish we need to do, if you're gonna create a workspace, you need to do it from a desktop or a laptop.
Okay.
Thank you, that's good to know.
Because I don't have a laptop.
Okay, and you're not able to create a workspace from your phone? What is it you're working on, Jaleesa?
Yeah, I'm trying to find where you do that.
What platform are you working on, honey?
I'm on my phone
You're on your phone. Okay,
and I don't have a laptop.
do you see any of this stuff? Up top here, workspaces, create, Trello, what do you see, hon?
Okay, I'm on the app and I see like a little plus button, but I don't know what that does though.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and tap plus.
Okay, I press that and then it says card and then it says board, select board, and then it says list, select a list.
Okay, so you may have to be on a desktop or a laptop as well. I'm not real sure. I can definitely work with you one-on-one later to figure it out. Okay,
So it looks like from the app, you already automatically have a Trello workspace. And so your boards and cards will automatically just be added to that instead of having like a special workspace.
gotcha. Okay,
So you'll be limited that you won't have multiple workspaces, but you do have a workspace from there.
okay. I'm gonna start from the very beginning as far as building a workspace, just for those who are working on a desktop or laptop. And then, like I said, we can get into the phones and the tablets a little bit later.
Okay.
So let me back out of here. From this top bar here, you want to tap create. Okay, and the choices are create board, start with a template, create workspace. Now you can start with a template. I find it for beginners, I find that it's pretty confusing because they're trying to match up the template without knowing what they're doing. So if you get familiar with Trello and you want to play with it later, definitely go create play with the templates. For now, we're just going to tap create a workspace. Okay, and it pretty much talks you through it. So let's name this just team training. And then for workspace type, we are going to choose, let's go small business. You can put in a description if you choose to, it's not required. And you can have as many workspaces as you want on the free version. You do not have to get a paid version. And honestly, I don't know what kind of bells and whistles you're going to get with the paid version. The free one is just fine. For workspace members, if you are going to work with a team, like say you wanted to do all of your team training through Trello, you would generate a link and send it to them. We don't have to do that. Okay, if this is just for you, just click on I'll do this later. All right. Now, what you're going to do, you have a calendar over here, you have table over here. Those are just different ways to view things. For now, we're going to go with boards. And right here, because we don't have anymore, we're going to have to create a board. You can either press this plus sign or you can tap create a board. And this is where you guys should be able to follow along as far as your platforms. Okay.
Yep. Yes.
So now we're creating a board. So let's title the board, We Are Super Cool. Why not? Because we are.
Yeah.
Right now, it's got a background already chosen. I'll show you guys later how to change those up. You can change colors, you can change backgrounds. I'm just going to leave it on the background that it's on. Now, if you look, it already says, for me, it says the workspace is team training.
Oh, I see that, Jen, where you could change the background and colors. I can
Right.
see that part.
Okay, good. So the visibility
so-
is on your workspace. Okay. Don't worry about starting the free trial. Just click create. Don't double click like I did. Now, it should automatically open up to your new board. Everybody good?
Yes.
Jasmine, I see you're good. Jaleesa, you set, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the background that automatically generated for me, okay? Let me see if I can move this. Now, just to show you really quick, if I wanted to change this background, I can click Show Menu. See where it says right here, Change Background? You can do any of these pictures. You can upload your own stuff. So their photos are here and they have millions of pictures you can pick from. You can do regular colors. You can upload your own picture. Let's see. 1 second, it's uploading and there we go. Anybody want to tell me what this is?
Focus.
Yeah.
That's a Focus Pocus
Yeah.
Woman.
So you can upload any pictures you want. Nobody's going to see this unless you add them to it. So do whatever you want. It could be your cat's rear end. I don't know why you would do that, but it could. Okay. So this is your We Are Super Cool board. Just for training purposes, I'm going to change the name. No, I'm not. Not up there. I'm not. How did I do this? There we go. I'm going to change the name by clicking up here on the name. Move this over here.
And so for us on the app, it's the 3 dots on the upper right-hand corner. Click
Yes.
it, click it again.
It is that 3 dots up here, right in the upper right-hand corner. If you click that, you should get a drop down on different things to change it.
Yeah.
Our focus tonight is just building our sort of our platform, and then you guys can go in and play around with it as much as you like. Let's see. So let's call this customer follow-up.
Oh.
Okay. So now from in here,
Oh.
we've created a workspace. Okay. And then we created a board called customer follow-up. Inside customer follow-up, we're going to click add a list and we're going to title that list. Let's title it First Contact. Okay. And then we're just going to hit enter or add a card. All right. Let me know when you guys are ready to move on.
I'm good.
Okay. So from there on that board or that list inside that, we're going to tap add a card. Okay. And for this, we're going to title it Customers Who Recently Ordered. Doesn't need to be snazzy, just needs to be. And then you tap add card. Now, here's the fun part. Come back up here and click where we just titled Customers Who Recently Ordered.
Ooh.
That's going to open up this whole fun playground, right? Where are my checklist people? How about we add a checklist? Let's click. Actually, first, for a more detailed description, I really need to keep better track of this stuff, right? So that's a note for you. And if you look right here where it says customers who recently ordered, now there's a little icon that shows you that there's a note in this card. So I'm going to X out of here. You guys don't. I'm going to X out and show you. There's that note, right? So that tells me I wrote a note in there. What does my note say? Okay. Checklist. Let's add a checklist. Okay. So things to do. And I'm going to hit enter or add. And you can add your items. Thank you text. Phone call.
And this will, oh, I'm liking this already. Okay.
And now watch what happens when you send that thank you text and you come in here and say, oh, I sent that. Lines through it. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
oh my God.
You can say, hey, I need to assign a date to this. or I need to assign a person to this. Again, if you had like, you're working with a team and you have team assignments,
Mhm.
you can add people and just be like, at Jen, you need to blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can add as many items as you want, right? And you can assign those things. You can do date, you can say at so-and-so, take a look. Heck, you can even thumbs up that, right?
Okay.
So that's all that good stuff. Now for comments. Say for my example on my board, I think I showed you that each customer that orders gets their own card, okay? Or their own card inside my list. So I'll put Daisy Duck, and she ordered 3 bars, right? On 9/6/22. I did my first follow-up on 9/7. And my 2-week, you can do this however you want. I just want to show you guys, would be, what is that? 9/7/14, 9/21. Ha! I wish my husband was here to see me math. Sadly, he just left. But okay, so you guys get the point. And then you can, there's a note for Daisy Duck. Now, here's something cool. I want to show you. We're going to add another list. 2-week follow-up, right? In here, I'm just going to say people, actually, we don't even have to do that. I'm going to come back over here to this part right here.
Quick question.
Copy. Yes,
How did you get that activity part?
that's automatic.
Okay.
I'll show you again in 1 second.
Okay.
But so I'm going to migrate this card. I'm going to copy it right over to my 2 weeks. Create card. Now, there's that. So every single time I have a first contact in my customers, I make a card. I have a list of the original orders, and then I make copies of each of those orders, and I migrate them over to my, by copying and moving over to my next board, which is my 2 weeks. In that copy, I can change the date to say, oh, this needs to happen on such and such date, and the cards will come down here. I'll show you on my list in a second, but that is how you do it. Now, so let's just say add another list. Jasmine's example, I spelled your name wrong. I apologize. Okay. And then add list. Open that up. Oh, sorry, we got to add a card.
Oh, I see now. So you add Liz.
Okay. Then you tap this and see where it's automatically right here, Jasmine.
Okay.
It's an automatic thing, and then you just add your stuff to it.
Oh, that was the same thing as adding the list under it, except we're now no longer doing a checklist. Okay, that's what it was.
Right. Now, if you wanted to add a checklist,
You still can.
hit save, just tap checklist,
Okay.
and it automatically adds a checklist. If you don't need it and you accidentally saved it or added one, all you do is click delete. It'll ask you, do you want to delete the checklist? Over here, we can just delete the checklist again. Okay, it's super easy to do that, not a worry. Now, so we have made our workspace, we made our board, we made lists, and we make cards within those lists. Okay, this is your card. This is your list. Are we good so far? Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go back and show you my follow-up. Let's see. Okay. I believe these have addresses in them, so I can't open them, but this is my original list. Okay. And each of these, yeah, they all have addresses.
I
Each
like
of
that.
these is a different card. Okay. And so remember when I said I copy one card over to my next space or my next space or my next space, and I just change the dates? So these are the original order dates. And then these are the dates that I either did follow up or need to follow up. And then I can, when I finish my follow-ups, I make notes in the card on what was said, what conversation happened, how did I follow up? And then I can move it to the next date over, change the date on the card and say, okay, my 1 month follow-up with so-and-so is this date. Okay. 2 month follow-up. Migrate over 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, 1 year. Get the idea? So my main dashboard for my Scentsy office, we talked about systems, Jasmine. All of my systems will be in here. My club tracker, stuff that's discontinuing, sample tracker that I'm, of all of my samples that I make, all the ones I send out, all of that is here.
Wow.
On my boards for my teammates, for anybody that joins that reinstates, teammates after their 70-day part or 70-day mark. That's all of that stuff. And then I've got, what do I need to do each month? What do I need to do after I get paid each month? Mid-month to-dos, end of month to-dos. You can be as loosey-goosey or mighty tidy with your scheduling as you want to with Trello. Okay. It is amazing. I mean, like literally, look at all the boards I've got.
Now, is there like a reminder trigger for any of this, or is it like up to you to have to come back and like look and make sure you're on top of your tasks?
There absolutely is. So let me just open weekly tasks and add a card. Okay, so I can say, okay, I need to, actually, let me do a checklist here. Call Jazzy Jeff. I'm gonna call Jazzy Jeff. All right. And I'm gonna assign, no, I'm gonna put a due date. Okay. Oh, that is a free trial thing. I'm sorry. So for due dates and things like that, I forgot that it is required that you have a membership for it.
Yeah, but that actually would be worth it to me.
It
like
would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
But
get the membership for that.
and the way that works is it will ping you when you can set it to ping you when it's, you know, like just like an alarm clock. It's 2 days before it's due. It's 2 minutes before it's due, or whatever you want to do.
Right.
But that is in there. So I'm so used to having it already. I forgot that it's required. Let me show you a couple of extra things. So Google Drive, if you work with Google, you can actually integrate Google Drive, right? And that is part of the free.
Nice.
So you've got files, folders, create and attach, power-ups. This thing, I'm just going to say, come in and play with it, take a look at it, because it is way more than we have time for me to get into. But you can actually import CSVs, Excel files. Some of this is required, like it's a payment required, okay, a membership. Let me see if I can't move this over really quick. Is that better? I don't know if this is there. Hi, Deidre. But I have Google coming into mine. I have JotForm that feeds into this. So every time I do a pre-order Google form or JotForm, I actually have it integrating into this right here.
Oh, nice.
And can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So scent warmer of the month, orders to place, stuff I have placed, all that good stuff. And this will actually keep track of all of your activities. So if you're ever curious about, you know, who did what on so-and-so date, this menu over here on the right hand side will show you every single action you've taken. Okay. And again, with this stuff, it is as tight or loose as you want it to be. Fragrance friends. So these are, that's essentially what I call my VIPs. Party time is for, I'm running slow right now. Sorry. Is I like colors. Can you tell? But party time for me is how I keep track of booked parties, how many I want to book, who's booked, how did it go, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, I don't know why I keep double clicking. This Scent Slingers is actually where I am migrating my team over to. So all of my team information eventually will be on this. Now, as far as the free version goes, you can have as many workspaces as you want. You can have up to 10 boards in each workspace, okay? And your board, again, like Scent Slingers family is one board. So each of these is a different board, okay? Just to recap. Now, within each board, you can have 10 million lists and cards, okay? Your workspaces aren't limited. Your lists and cards within your boards aren't limited. It's just you can only have 10 boards. Does that make sense?
10 boards within a workspace.
Correct.
Okay.
For free on the free version. Once you're paid, if you pay for it, you can have, you know, a gajillion. But the thing is, if you're going to use this for, I mean, even an SSD would benefit from this because you could do one workspace that is nothing but team stuff. You could do another one like just for your teams, another one that is nothing but team training, another one that's leadership, and those would all be different workspaces. Do you see sort of how across the board this thing is? It's insanely powerful. Let's see, your calendar. If you want a calendar, you can do your entire calendar right here. It's just on the left-hand side under your office, right? Table. This will list, if you want it to, it'll list all of your cards and everything else and due dates and all that good stuff, right? Members, if you had, you know, group members, this is where they would show up. And settings is just kind of where you change everything out. Let's see, what board are we on? Okay, so everything I just took you guys through is right here in these notes. And I did that as basic as I could, just for anybody that either couldn't make the training or needed something to refer back to. So that's right here. I'm not gonna reread everything to you guys because we're all grown and we can read. Congratulations on making your first new workstation.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh, thanks. But honestly, Trello is, I love it. I have been, like I said, I've been using it for years and I still find new stuff every single time I open it up and play with it. It just amazes me. And they're constantly adding stuff on and integrating it. Yeah, it can be confusing at first, but if you have somebody that you know that's been doing it and you can just be like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Then, you know, it's easy enough to navigate. All right. So that's what I've got because I was trying to keep this under an hour. Go me. It's only 7:40.
That's awesome.
Questions, comments, concerns, anything?
I love it. I do think though, because I'm kind of toggling back and forth between the app and the actual website, I think it's easier to get started on the website and then bring it back to the app. But it's not impossible. Julissa, in your case, where you're just strictly doing it from your phone or a tablet, it totally can work that way too. It just makes it a little bit easier to navigate when it's on the site, but on the phone and the tablet, it's working just fine as well.
Yeah, I got it now. How to do the customer follow-up thing that how Jen did it. I figured it how to do that. And add like the little pictures and add your customers in there.
Do you are you good with changing the backgrounds and all that good stuff, Julissa and Jazz?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know how to do that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I don't, unless you guys need it for anything else. No? Okay.
No.
Where are we? I don't even know where to go at this point. I don't know what to do. Stop sharing.
Here.
Oh, there we go. Stop sharing. Yay. Okay. And Deirdre, I just saw you popped on. I don't know who you are, but hi. But yeah, that's Trello at its most basic. If you guys want to do a deeper dive, we absolutely can. Not tonight, but we absolutely can. Or if anybody needs to work just like one-on-one, I am more than happy to do that. I think I've said before, Scentsy literally is my day job. So from 9 in the morning until we'll just say 5 o'clock at night, I am constantly in business mode with this. So hit me up. More than happy to help.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, it's awesome. I think it's great. I love how it is. I love how it's digital and it's at your fingertips, and it communicates between, laptop to tape to iPad to iPhone if I need it to. So, for me, that's really important. On the go all the time. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. And then I think coupled with like the way you do your systems, Jen, with how you like block out, okay, 30 minutes a day, I'm doing this. And so if I told myself 30 minutes a day, I'm reviewing my Trello to see what I need to update, even though I might not have like an alarm trigger, a calendar trigger, it still is going to prompt me to come back to it, look at it and utilize it and update it. So I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do that too. I have 30 minutes in the morning, like when I'm drinking my coffee before my office hours start. Mm-hmm. And then, I have constant, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm sticky notes everywhere. And so what I'll do is I'll jot my notes down really quickly throughout the day. And then I have another 30 minutes set aside at the end of the day to import all my information over back into Trello. I do still like my paper and pen, my calendar. I have, you guys can't see it, I'm pointing to it, I don't know why. But I do have whiteboards over here that we also use. But Trello just corrals everything for me. So yeah. And it's not to knock anybody else's organization, whatever they use. You have to use what's best for you. And maybe next year this won't be best for me, but yeah.
No, I love it. The first time
I can't believe we actually kept it short.
Yay. Awesome. Yay. I'm going to end the recording here.